Just when I thought things couldn't get worse for BBL Drizzy, he proved me wrong. On behalf of Drake, his lawyers have threatened to sue UMG and Spotify for allegedly artificially boosting the streams of Kendrick Lamar's Drake diss track, Not Like Us. Let's talk about this. So first thing that's worth clarifying, it's not a full-blown lawsuit. It's what is referred to as a pre-action petition, where Drake's attorneys are essentially asking the courts to order UMG and Spotify to preserve all relevant documents and information pending a lawsuit. So more of a threat of legal action than anything else, as I understand it. And my initial reaction is that this is one of the most pathetic post-beef moves that I have ever seen. It comes across like Drake couldn't win when it comes to the actual diss tracks here, because if you ask me, he clearly lost. So instead he resorted to lawsuit threats and accusing Kendrick's numbers of being fake, because as we all know, one of the most important things to Drake in this life is numbers. There isn't a bigger sign of defeat than resorting to lawsuits because you couldn't get the job done on the mic, Aubrey. Also, if you've actually read through the 17-page petition, like I have, it is very easy to poke holes in some of it. For example, their only source of proof that Kendrick botted streams is some random kid who showed up on an academic stream. I'm not joking, it's cited as a reference in the document. And this guy simply said that he was paid by Kendrick's team to bot 30 million streams on Not Like Us on its release day.
The most recent song I did do all the bots for, well, most of it and the marketing was Not Like Us.
The only proof he provided of this was an easily faked Zelle screenshot of the supposed transaction that he received from Kendrick Lamar's team in return, which he was paid by an LLC that isn't actually registered as a business, by the way. And another thing is that this guy said that he was paid $2,500 to bot those 30 million streams on the song. Do you know how absurdly low that is? I can say with like 95% confidence as things stand that this guy was just bullshitting to get on an academic stream, but in this document it's being presented as a legitimate source. They also allege that UMG paid Apple to have Siri purposefully misdirect people towards Not Like Us. The supposed proof of this is that when people asked Siri to play Certified Lover Boy after Not Like Us released, it would play Not Like Us instead of Drake's album.
Play Certified Lover Boy on Spotify. Psst, I see dead people. That's crazy.
This, again, is pretty easily explainable though. It does look a little bit suspicious until you remember that Siri is a clunky piece of shit, and Kendrick directly references CLB in the Not Like Us lyrics. And Siri does use the lyrics of a song to try and determine what song it is that people want it to play, not just the title of it. That's why when Not Like Us was new and relevant and super popular, Siri directed people its way, thinking that they were referencing lyrics from the track. If this does go further and there is real proof of this, then yes, that is super sketchy on UMG and Apple's parts. But the only proof they cite in the document right now is social media videos and articles related to them. We also specifically got an NFR podcast mention in the petition, with Drake's attorneys claiming that they were paid to promote Not Like Us without disclosing the payments. Drake, Ant, boxing match, let's settle this like real men. Now I am aware of the fact that undisclosed promo happens all the time on hip-hop Twitter, like it's extremely clear, and in my opinion that is a little bit deceptive, dishonest, and disrespectful to your audience. Not labeling something as an ad that is an ad just because you're worried about how your audience will receive that or they might be less likely to engage with it, it's deceptive. But I don't know what happened in this specific situation. I'm just saying it is known to happen on Twitter. They also accused UMG of paying radio stations to do the same thing, play the song more without disclosing that they've been paid to do so, which is illegal. Now, probably the heftiest allegation in all of this is that UMG allegedly fired members of its staff that were loyal to or associated with Drake. This is pretty shitty if true, but as with most things here, more concrete details are needed. I don't doubt that sketchy stuff goes on in the music industry all the time, but this document, in my non-expert opinion, does a very bad job of presenting a case for it. Furthermore, the document claims that because both Drake and Kendrick are on labels under the UMG umbrella, that Drake has suffered financial losses from UMG choosing to promote Not Like Us rather than Drake's music. I feel like that's going to be hard to prove legally, but best of luck, Aubrey. As a result of all of this, they're basically claiming that UMG have violated the RICO Act. UMG have responded, by the way, and they of course say that what is being said is offensive and untrue. Slanderous and inaccurate, one might say. They even said that no amount of absurd and contrived legal arguments can mask the fact that fans choose the music they want to hear. Even UMG is cooking Drake with the diss lines now. My god. Bro got fried in legalese. I'll be interested to see if this goes any further, but my honest opinion right now is that this is not a great look for Drake in the wake of a beef that he is considered to be the loser of. And I have seen some people responding to other people not taking Drake's side by saying, oh, so you're taking the side of the big bad music label here. You want the machine to win over the multi-millionaire artist who has benefited significantly from said machine and really didn't have any issues with it until now? And my answer is no. Not really. I'm not taking UMG's side here. I wouldn't mind if somebody sued them. As a music content creator, I have been fucked several times by UMG before. If I totaled up how much of my revenue that they've taken from copyright claims on my videos, it would, no word of a lie, be in the thousands of dollars region. So no, I'm not taking UMG's side here. I really don't care about them much at all. It's just that in this specific situation, Drake looks like an absolute loser, coincidentally only suing them after losing a rap beef. And some Drake stans on Twitter tried to claim that the beef didn't cause this, but Not Like Us is referenced like 1,500 different times in the petition. It's specifically about that song. No other songs are mentioned directly in this legal document. It's just Not Like Us. If UMG does inflate streams and do a little bit of payola on the side, then Drake himself most likely benefited from this, from the entirety of his career that he's been with them. It's only an issue now because the song supposedly being inflated is harshly dissing him. It has real big, you guys ruined it, I don't want to play anymore energy. So yeah, to basically sum up my overall thoughts on this, don't give a shit about UMG. If they got sued into the ground, I wouldn't be too upset about it. I just think that Drake looks a little bit like a bitch in this situation. So that's pretty much what's going on as things stand right now. I thought it would be worth making a video to talk about it. Next up on CDTVProductions is Poorly Aged Rap Lyrics 9, so stay tuned if you want to see that, dropping one day after the release of this video. Let me know what you think of this whole mess down in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.